That sucks. A United Airlines flight turned into an absolute nightmare for hundreds of people after the plane's engine began falling apart mid-air. The Boeing 777 plane was carrying 363 passengers and 10 crew members when it left San Francisco for Honolulu Tuesday morning. Passengers heard a loud boom 40 minutes before landing and were shocked to see the engine cover falling off the plane. The aircraft began shaking hard, prompting the captain to warn of a possible rough landing and leading some people to think that they were legitimately doomed. The plane landed safely in Honolulu as passengers promptly cleaned out their shorts. Whew. Brace yourselves.
Extreme turbulence injures 5 on AirAsia X flight. On May 4th, AirAsia X Flight 337 traveling from Taipei to Kuala Lumpur encountered severe turbulence. 5 people among the 291 passengers and 11 crew were injured as bodies were launched from their seats, dining carts were upended, and food and utensils strewn about the cabin. Smartphone video of the moments immediately after the terrifying mid-flight experience has since gone viral. Malaysian media reported the flight landed safely at Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 4:30 p.m. local time. The injured passengers received treatment at the airport, and several were later taken to hospital. AirAsia X management has yet to provide detailed information about the severity of the passengers' injuries.
You okay? Am I questioning you? No. Should we?
Let's.
Passengers thrown around like rag dolls after AEROFLOT flight hit severe turbulence. At least 27 people, including babies, were hurt after an AEROFLOT flight hit severe turbulence on Monday morning. AEROFLOT flight SU-270 was traveling from Moscow to Bangkok and was about 40 minutes from its destination when it hit clear air turbulence. This type of turbulence occurs during clear cloudless skies and cannot be detected by radar. Under these conditions, airplanes experience severe turbulence when they move through the space between fast and slow jet streams. 3 passengers on the AEROFLOT flight reportedly required surgeries to treat leg fractures and broken ribs. Some passengers said they saw babies with bruises after the incident. The company has said they will cover the medical costs of those who were injured. Horrific turbulence on United flight sends 12 to the hospital. Passengers and crew members on board a transatlantic flight were all traumatized after their plane was thrown about by massive forces mid-air. United Airlines Flight 880 was flying from Houston to London with 220 people on board when they encountered a mid-air scare. The plane hit turbulence just over the Atlantic, which caused it to shake and drop violently. Passengers that had been sleeping moments earlier were now flying out of their seats. Others got cuts and bruises from being banged around the cabin. Despite being just 300 miles from London, the plane diverted to Ireland. 12 had to be brought to the hospital once the plane landed around 6 a.m. Flights in the past have had similarly horrific experiences in the sky, caused by clear air turbulence, and the same may be true for the United flight. Clear air turbulence typically occurs in the cloudless skies of the upper atmosphere. It's mostly generated when a plane moves across fast-flowing air currents called jet streams. Here, high-speed winds and slow-moving air traveling in different directions can cause sudden and violent movements to a passing aircraft. Clear air turbulence is difficult to detect, and likewise hard to avoid. So unless commercial aircraft start strapping on LiDAR technology, passengers will just have to buckle up and hang on. Severe turbulence throws passengers out of their seats on QATAR flight. Some 300 people flying from Washington to Doha on state-owned QATAR Airways this Sunday had a pretty bumpy ride. It all started when a passenger began suffering what was initially believed to be a heart attack. This prompted the captain to divert mid-flight to a Portuguese military base on Azores for an emergency landing. The thing is, during this diversion, the plane reportedly hit severe turbulence upon descent. How bad was it? The plane apparently dropped so steeply, it threw people out of their seats. According to reports, a 3-year-old boy was sent flying across the aisle onto another passenger's lap. Several passengers hit the ceiling, and some were left bleeding. 1 passenger broke a leg. 3 received treatment at a local hospital. Oh, and the heart attack that led to the diversion ended up not being a heart attack after all.